So I was listening to ESPN LA radio, and LZ Granderson gave his opinion on Anthony Davis' comments that he gave in a podcast interview where he stated how if he doesn't win an NBA championship, that his career would be considered a failure. LZ Granderson gave his thoughts on AD's comments, and here's what LZ had to say. Anthony Davis, I would say his career would be a failure only in the sense of when you call your own shot the way that he has, you're putting a target on yourself. When you go to your front office or your agent goes to the front office and says, I want to be traded, and you want to be traded here, and you disrupt the structure of one franchise and another under the guise of I'm trying to win, then when you get your wish, you better come through. Otherwise, what was that all for? You have to come through, especially when you linked up with someone who's in the conversation with greatest of all time. So you force your way out of New Orleans to shoehorn onto another team, onto a team that has someone who's on the back end of his career but still very much in his prime, who's in the conversation of greatest of all time. If you do all that and don't end up with a chip at the end of the day, then yeah, I would consider that a failure. So if you guys would like to hear the full audio, the link is in the description box. But honestly, I would have to agree with LZ, but I also disagree. I feel like it would be a failure if Anthony Davis does not win a championship with the Lakers, but it will only be a failure if he up and leaves after this up and coming season. Now, if you don't win within the window of LeBron James being on the Lakers, then that's fine. If you resign and LeBron James retires or joins another team, if you never win a ring with the Lakers after you've re-signed, then yes, brother, it would be considered a failure. And I'm going to be brutally honest. Anthony Davis, in my opinion, has been doing a little too much talking since he's been in Los Angeles. From him saying he's a top 5 player, he's a top 5 Laker player. And I'm like, bro, I understand you feel like you're the best, but you can't disrespect the legends. Like, that's an absolute no-no. Then to be in that Universal Studios and shooting the ball and you make one shot, which I do all the time at Dave & Buster's, by the way, then you saying that this going to happen all year at Staples Center. Listen, bro, listen. You better be ready for the good and bad that comes with being in a Los Angeles Lakers uniform, period. Because not just what you did to get here, you have been talking a whole lot. And if you can't back it up, then the fans and the Los Angeles media is going to kill you for it. They're going to hold your feet to the fire. And listen, I've been fairly consistent in majority of my videos. I may get some predictions wrong here and there. I mean, that's what happens. But listen, as I stated before, I felt like the Lakers should go all out for Anthony Davis. And they did. But now it's your turn to show and prove. I can't force you to show and prove. I just said that the Lakers should go all out. And also, a lot of blame will have to go to LeBron James as well. Because if they fail to bring a chip while he's on the Lakers, it's a lot of blame goes to LeBron James because he was the one who stood on the front line going on ESPN doing all these interviews with Rachel Nichols and played a major part in Anthony Davis coming over. So LeBron James should get a ton of blame as well. I'm going to put it like this. I'm going to make it very simple. If they don't win within the window of LeBron James being signed with the Lakers because he's considered the so-called best player in the world and he so-called makes the players around him better, majority of the blame should go to LeBron James. Because, LeBron James is the face of the franchise currently. And if AD resigns and doesn't win a championship and he doesn't win within the time period that he signed, the length of his contract, then he deserves all the blame because they passed the torch to you. The keys were passed to you. But I wouldn't say that the blame would go to him within the window of LeBron James, just some of the blame. To respond to LZ saying that LeBron James is somewhat in his prime, LeBron James is past his prime, bro. But anyway, the Lakers did a phenomenal job signing Tyler despite not being able to sign Kawhi Leonard. Lastly, as I stated before, the only flaw on the roster now that I see that the Lakers have is not having a closer in the fourth quarter. I seen a subscriber say in my last video, LeBron James, one of his fanboys was in his comment section like, oh, LeBron is the closer, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so what happened last year? What happened to him closing all the games last year? Because that was one of the biggest reasons we were losing because we didn't have a closer versus the Spurs, the Atlanta Hawks, New York Knicks, where he got his shot blocked by Mario Hezonja, whatever his name is. Can't close out versus the Memphis Grizzlies, the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, bro, if y'all want, I could do an entire breakdown on a separate channel on how we lost games last season because we didn't have a closer. Trust me, I got a great memory. I watched just about every single game last year from beginning to end, from start to finish last season. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all get in that comment box, like, share, subscribe.